Episode 57 Skibidi's Toilet is the first ever episode divided into multiple parts, and the longest episode ever. Write in the comments how the story will unfold. The episode begins with three ordinary cameramen on the roof of a building. On the roof of a skyscraper, three ordinary cameramen were watching the battle unfolding below. Suddenly there was a deafening explosion, causing everyone to flinch. As they ran to the edge, they saw the source of the chaos. It was the infected Titan Spikerman, a rampaging monster of immense power. From their vantage point, the operators watched in horror as the Titan brutalized their comrades. He crushed the huge Spikerman with his foot, turning him into a flapjack. Then he mercilessly shot the three fleeing cameramen with his cannon, leaving them no chance. At the same time, a laser tank appeared and shot at the Titan, trying to stop his madness. But he only became even more enraged and immediately destroyed the annoying machine with one precise shot. There seemed to be no limit to his rage, and no one could stop this unstoppable monster. An upgraded Titan operator suddenly landed on the battlefield. He activated his protective force field and firmly gestured "No" to the enemy. The enraged Titan Spikerman immediately fired his cannons at him, firing 4 volleys in rapid succession. But the Titan operator's shields held, and he fearlessly advanced. 2 powerful blasts and the Titan Spikerman retreated, soaring into the air. Taking advantage of his height advantage, he retaliated with his cannons. But the Titan Spikerman caught him in a beam of gravity and pulled him toward him, tossing him back to the ground. In desperation, Titan Spikerman used a sonic shockwave, knocking Titan operator back for a moment. But he quickly regained his senses and kicked his enemy back to the ground, preparing to deliver the decisive blow and sanitize the dangerous monster. When the Titan operator's victory seemed close, the unexpected happened. G-Man Skibidee Toilet 3-0 treacherously attacked him from behind. This toilet mutant was now equipped with headphones, apparently to protect him from sonic attacks. He also received 4 more lasers, bringing his total to 6. The Titan operator instantly turned around and attacked the enemy. Their collision caused a massive explosion that threw both of them into a neighboring building. While this was happening, the waking Titan Spikerman began loading his guns, preparing to help G-Man Skibidee Toilet. The Titan operator found himself trapped between 2 opponents. He was to fight on 2 fronts at once against reinforced and united enemies. The odds looked dim, but the hero was determined to fight to the end. At this tense moment, Plungerman suddenly sprang out of the building behind. He leaped at Titan Spikerman, trying to attack his foe while he was busy, but the Titan spotted the attack and intercepted the intruder by grabbing his arm. Staring intently at Plungerman, Titan Spikerman crushed the poor man in anger as he threw his plunger at him in a last desperate attempt. He hurled Plungerman's immobilized body to the ground. The blue light of the chamber went out, a tragic finale for the daredevil who tried to stop the monster. This only emphasized the unstoppable power of Titan Spikerman, capable of taking down any foe. There was only hope in the unbroken Titan operator, who continued to fight. Watch the continuation of the episode in part 2. Write in the comments, how do you think the story will unfold? Episode 57 Skibidi's Toilet is the first ever episode divided into multiple parts, and the longest episode ever. Write in the comments how the story will unfold. The Operator Titan's brutal fight with the G-Toilet 3 continued. The Titan rose and fired its shoulder cannon, destroying 2 enemy lasers. However, the G-Toilet focused its remaining beams on the Titan's exposed core, landing a direct hit. The Titan responded by firing a thick cloud of flame from its reactor, enveloping the toilet mutant. Then the Titan, not wanting to give the enemy a chance, hit himself on the head with a hammer. There was a deafening explosion caused by the overload of his core. The hero made a sacrifice to stop the G-toilet at any cost. Although the Titan was disabled, he managed to deal serious damage to the treacherous enemy. Now the outcome of this battle depended on the surviving allies. They had to regroup and find a way to defeat the insatiable monsters. The renewed Titan operator, outraged by the death of Plungerman, rushed into a furious attack on the Titan Speakerman. A powerful explosion knocked down the surrounding operators. The Titan operator threw the enemy to the ground and hung over him with a menacing shadow. At that moment, an ugly Strider Skibidi arrived with a knife. But his attack was not successful. The Titan operator broke his neck in cold blood. The headless body of the monster collapsed down. Then the Titan operator was attacked by the parasitic helicopter Skibidi. But he suffered the same fate. The hero crushed his head in his hand. The awakened Titan Speakerman opened fire again. But then a brave TV presenter with knives jumped on his back. The parasite tried to rip it off, but the Titan operator grabbed his hands, preventing him from harming his ally. Despite the numerical superiority of the enemy, the heroes continued to fight shoulder to shoulder, demonstrating examples of courage and self-sacrifice. They cannot be broken. Rising again, the Titan Speakerman opened heavy fire on the Titan operator. At that moment, using a smoke screen, the brave TV presenter teleported directly onto the back of the Titan Speakerman. Clutching sharp knives in her hands, she prepared to deliver a decisive blow to the head of the parasite. The enraged Titan Speakerman tried to shake off the impudent horsewoman, but then the Titan operator rushed to her aid. Having intercepted the enemy's hands, he did not let him harm the brave ally. The TV presenter took advantage of the monster's confusion and plunged her blades into his skull. The Spikerman Titan roared in pain and rage, shaking everything around. But it was too late. The heroes joined forces and dealt him a crushing blow. Victory was close. Seriously wounded but not broken, G-Toilet 3-0 returned to the battlefield. Having lost his headphones and glasses, his face was burned. He was full of a thirst for revenge. G-Toilet stumbled upon the Titan operator, ready to continue the fight. Then 3 other operators entered the battle, opening fire on the monster with stun lasers. The enraged G-Toilet turned to them, ready to kill. But then he felt that the connection with the Spikerman Titan was interrupted. The parasite was disabled by the allies. Realizing that the forces were not equal, G-Toilet made the wise decision to retreat. After threatening the operators with his fist, he used teleportation and disappeared from the battlefield to regroup. Although the evil mutant escaped, the heroes won an important victory, incapacitating the main enemy, the Spikerman Titan. But there was more than one battle to be fought before the final victory. After defeating the Titan Speakerman, the brave TV presenter decided not to leave her comrade in trouble. She flew up to the body of the deceased Plungerman and carefully lifted him using a jetpack. A sad melody played in the background, while the TV presenter carried away the body of the hero to be buried with honors. And nearby, another cameraman in despair pulled his hands to her, but it was too late. He was limp dead from his wounds. Meanwhile, the Titan operator decisively plucked the invader parasite from the Titan Speakerman and mercilessly crushed it with his foot. The evil was destroyed, but at the cost of incredible victims and destruction. The heroes fulfilled their duty with honor, but new challenges awaited them in order to restore peace on the ruins after this devastating battle. Finally, the Titan Speakerman was cleared of the parasite that had been tormenting it. Its body had returned to its original red color instead of a sickly yellow, and the blue sparks from the speakers had ceased. Looking around at the destruction he had helped cause in his madness, the Spikerman Titan rose grimly into the air and flew away. He was overcome with guilt over what had happened. The POV operator gave him a thumbs up as a sign of forgiveness. The Titan responded with the same farewell gesture. Although he did terrible things, but not of his own free will. The video ended when 2 operator helicopters flew over the battlefield. Life went on. Peace had to be restored and wounds healed after this devastating war full of tragedies. But the heroes kept hope. Watch the continuation of the episode in part 2. Write in the comments, how do you think the story will unfold? One night a man did not subscribe to our channel of scary stories. Since then, every time he falls asleep, the monster sings him lullabies under his bed. Save yourself the nerve, sign up.